There we go. I'm a couple of minutes later than I intended to come on. And actually, I was contemplating quite a bit about coming onto YouTube today. Because while I'm on a Facebook, and I've been on Facebook for a long time, I know what I'm doing on Facebook, and I don't want to do the same thing on here, but I haven't quite found what it is that I will do on here. So what I thought I would do, because I was contemplating not showing up, is talk about that. Because sometimes we feel like we need to know all of the answers for everything. Um, and we don't. Sometimes we just need to show up. And that's what I'm doing today. So, but yeah, and life will throw challenges at us, and it will cause us to consider things from time to time. And I think that's a useful thing for us to do. One thing I am aware of is that on various other platforms, I use a lot of cards and do readings. That isn't the only work that I do. So it's about representing myself a little bit more fully in the work that I do. Um, I also do mediumship. And so that's something that needs a little bit more of a connection. So comments and things like that. So that's something that I'd like to work towards on this platform. As well, I will integrate the cards. Um, but this may be an opportunity for me to answer questions a little bit more on here as well. I frequently get questions about lots of different things. So I was asked last night how I knew things through the readings, and I explained a little bit about how I experience readings, um, and how I feel information through the whole of my body and all of the senses, as well as seeing certain things, not everything. I will see certain things, but mainly in my mind's eye. But things change when I'm working, so things are very different. Um, Also, things. How do I know what cards to use? Well, I trust the feelings, and I have lots and lots of decks of cards, approximately 120 at the moment. And while I have a clear deck that I always work with, never online, strangely enough, but if you have a reading with me in person, I will always use one deck of cards. But that deck of cards has never been one that I've used for live sessions online. Don't know why, but they're not for online. They are for the in-depth readings. They're my working deck. Let me just, and they're in this box. So these ones are the main cards that I use for most readings, apart from online. Online readings, I just will use different decks. I was online last night and I used these Tarot to Go. These cards are really, really good. I enjoy using these. I was using the Akashic Tarot because I don't often use these ones, so I was very drawn to using these ones last night. And Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. So it just depends. Things will come up for me. I use lots and lots of different ones, and every deck is different. So some decks will really, really resonate with me, and some decks won't at all. I can't work with them, and I won't touch them. So it's about being discerning and being very trusting with what you're feeling. And I think this might be true of every reader. The things don't need to be cards either. But I think every reader will find decks that work for them or appeal to them. A lot of my decks there's a lot of nature, because that's something that appeals to me, and it's something that I'm comfortable with and I understand. I also use cards like these, and these are message cards. So these are nice just for giving a simple message, very small cards. But they are very nice for giving a small message. Each card has a message, and they're very, very clear. I honestly don't know what I'm talking about on here tonight. I'm just letting the conversation go wherever the conversation feels it needs to go for me, because the challenge was for me to actually come live tonight. I was deciding that I wasn't going to do it, and that isn't what I want. I just want to find what it is that I am doing on YouTube, and I can only do that by trying. And my chosen format of doing that is going live, because I can't, there you go, I can't edit. It's as real as it gets. And what's come out? Positive thinking. Should we read this then, people? Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude, along with positive beliefs and thoughts, are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. Okay, I like that. Maybe there was a message in there for me. Does anyone want one of these cards? Hi, Anne. Hi. Oh, these names. The next one. Anshi Guatum. Yeah, the names are something else. Does anyone want one of these message cards pulling out? Because I'll pull one out for you. I think I needed to hear that one. But yeah, what a week. I wasn't here last week because I went to Scotland for a few days. But before I went to Scotland, I had 2 floods from my washing machine. We did get up to Scotland. It didn't quite go to plan, but was very enjoyable for the time that we had there. And yeah, it's sometimes things just seem to go wrong and things seem to go awry. I did talk about this in my community last night, and after quite a stressful day of rushing around and trying to sort things out last week, I walked out into my garden and found a single rose petal. It's actually dry now, and it looks quite purple. It was a very deep pink. There's no roses in my garden or any of the surrounding gardens that are this colour. I can't see any roses in any surrounding gardens, and the only one I've got is white. So sometimes we'll get little reminders that life, while it brings challenges and while it might feel a little bit uncertain, there's beautiful things. And if you just stop for a moment and consider the beauty of the world around us, it allows you the breathing space to move things forward and start making progress. So you'd like one, Annie? Let's see what we've got for you. Annie, where's that come from? Right, okay, let's see what I've got for you. Right. Well, you've got a positive outcome. Yours isn't positive thinking, it's positive outcome. And your card says, the sun is about to burst through the clouds and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Okay? So you've got a positive outcome. I can assure you that not all these cards say positive thinking, positive outcome. But yeah, I think, yeah, and Emma, I spoke to him today. because he's in my car door. And so my car passed its MOT. I was so relieved. He was the first one I spoke to, and I went, thanks, Norm. We're on the road again and things are safe. So, yeah, I spoke to him today. Bless you. Does anyone else want one of these cards at all? If you do. This has got to be one of the worst YouTube videos. But I'm not here to... I'm here for me to start using the platform. I've been doing this work. I'm in my 12th year, so for over a decade, I've actually done tens of thousands of readings, but most of those have been private readings or readings at events and things like that. So I'm not au fait with YouTube. I've built my experience with real people and in person. So this is a different way of doing it and a different way of working for me. I've been consistently on Facebook, so that platform feels easier, but I'm very sensitive to energy and each platform feels very, very different. So I'm finding my way on this one. Next week might be a little bit easier, beans. We'll have a new moon, so there'll be a focus that I can focus a reading on. I'm not very good at doing generic readings across the board for everybody because it feels a little bit too vague. I like to do readings for people, and I will aim to get to do that on here eventually. So for now, confidence building, getting out of my comfort zone, turning up even when I don't know what I'm going to say, which is today. So I'm here regardless because I made a promise to myself. And I don't tend to let people down, so I'm certainly not going to let myself down. Anyway, I may be wrapping it up right now. There'll be more of a plan and a cohesive pattern towards the video next week because I'll focus it around the new moon, and I will be pulling cards around that. I just want to say thank you for joining me. If you have, I really appreciate it. If you've stayed till this point and it's made any sense at all, well done. Very well done. I hope to improve as I move along, but for today, I'm Tina Warren, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.